Hello and good morning. Today I have some really interesting fluff pieces. Okay, so ranked roughly technically says nothing to aggressively says nothing. So I have some really nice stuff for you. Stick around until the end, and here we go. Food and drink category. It's the real thing, says Coca-Cola. Real what? Unspecified. Taste the rainbow, says Skittles. Synthesia as a value proposition. Have it your way, says Burger King. Describes a standard ordering process as a philosophy. Finger licking good, says KFC. A behavior prediction, not a quality claim. Good, says Campbell's soup. Literally just sounds. Snap, crackle, pop. Rice Krispies. Onomatopoeia, trademarked as a selling point. America runs on Dunkin'. A logistical claim so vague it's unfalsifiable. So next we have the personal care category. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. Explicitly refuses to resolve its own question. Because you're worth it, says L'Oreal. Flatters you into not asking what you're buying. The best a man can get. You know this one? Gillette. Best at what? Unspecified. Automotive. The ultimate driving machine, says BMW. Ultimate by whose measure? Never addressed. Like a rock. Chevy trucks, a simile with no specified referent property. Hard, durable, slow, all consistent. Have you driven a Ford lately? Answers nothing, implies everything. Technology. Think different, says Apple. Grammatically ambiguous, semantically empty, culturally loaded. Intel inside. Inside what? Doing what? Just vibes? Be what's next. Various tech companies have recycled this one endlessly. Be what's next, right? Retail and lifestyle. Just do it, says Nike. Do what? The blank is the point. I'm loving it, says McDonald's. First person testimony from nobody in particular about nothing specific. Every little helps, says Tesco in the UK, but is widely known. Helps what? By how much? Unknowable. And this one everybody knows. Save money, live better, Walmart. Causal link between the two is completely unestablished. Insurance and finance. You're in good hands, says Allstate. Good hands doing what exactly is left to imagination. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. There where? Doing what neighbors do? Vague on purpose. What's in your wallet? Says Capital One. Question that implies their answer without stating it. So, honorable mentions for sheer audacity. Zoom zoom, says Mazda. Two identical words, no content whatsoever. Vorsprung durch Technik, says Audi. Advancement through technology. In German, in America, so most of the audience couldn't even evaluate the claim, right? It says advancement through technology. But it's used in the US where we don't speak German. It keeps going and going and going, says Energizer. Technically a durability claim, but with no baseline, benchmark, or comparison point provided. So the point here is across all of these, right? The pattern across all of them is the same legal and rhetorical claim. Emotional resonance without propositional content. You feel something, you remember the brand, and there's nothing to fact check. Okay, so for example, another one is Sonic has it, others don't. What is it? Nobody knows, right? It's a masterclass in legally airtight advertising. It's essentially a self-contained, unfalsifiable claim. The structure is Sonic has it. It is undefined, so untestable. Others don't. Comparative claim, but comparing against an undefined property. Nobody knows. They literally disclaim any factual content about the ad itself. It's puffery so pure, it's almost philosophical. You cannot sue over a claim that the advertiser themselves admits is unknowable. It also does something clever psychologically. It weaponizes the mere exposure effect and the mystery curiosity gap without making any promise that could disappoint. You can't feel deceived because you were never told what to expect. Compared to taglines that look similarly vague, right? Taglines that look similarly vague but carry more legal risk. The healthiest fast food. So if you say it's the healthiest is comparative and testable and opens to FTC exposure. Made with real ingredients, specific enough that real could be scrutinized. Nobody does chicken right like KFC. Courts have actually examined what right means here. So Sonic's construction is almost like the Platonic ideal of saying nothing while making you feel something. Lawyers probably love it. Philosophers would have a field day. Semioticians would write dissertations. It's Brawndo, but they didn't even bother asserting the electrolytes. Remember Brawndo? Brawndo has what plants crave. It has electrolytes. This is the perfect example, and the movie Idiocracy was basically prophetic. Brawndo has electrolytes is literally true, and therefore it is not even in false advertising territory. The implication that electrolytes are what makes it good for plants is misleading, but it's puffery, vague enough that no reasonable person could rely on it as a factual claim. What plants crave is not a testable assertion. It's a marketing language. The FTC gives enormous latitude to this kind of associative advertising. Real-world equivalents that sail through legal scrutiny are Red Bull gives you wings. And we already said the best a man can get, Gillette. And then again, melts in your mouth, not in your hands. None of these are literally true or verifiable, and that's precisely why they are safe. Courts have consistently held that consumers don't interpret puffery as factual guarantees. The line gets crossed when you say something specific and testable that's false, contains 50 milligrams of vitamin C per serving when it doesn't, or clinically proven to regrow hair without clinical evidence. So the Browndo's legal team would be fine. The agricultural extension team would have some explaining to do though. So, once again, it is legal to say something stupid like, I have made a car run on water, but not, I have made a car run on water, send in $500 so you could be one of the first people to get a free car with free fuel for life. OMG. right? So that is speech versus fraud distinction. So when you say something like, I invented a water-powered car, right? That is protected speech, even though it's false. But once you solicit money, then you're in trouble. So the legal system essentially draws a line at, you can pollute the information environment for free, but you can't monetize the lie. Remember guys, I am not a lawyer and this is not legal advice. If you like this video, hit like and follow, subscribe this channel for more such videos, and I will see you next time.